Listen up, everyone. There comes a time in a relationship when you need to recognize the signs that it's time to walk away without second thoughts. If a woman says certain things to you, it's crucial to act decisively to keep your self-respect intact. Her words, even if they sound sweet or convincing, can reveal more than you realize. Unfortunately, many men choose to overlook these red flags, often out of fear of losing her or the misguided belief that they can change her. Here's the hard truth: you can't change someone who doesn't want to be changed. If she's expressing these sentiments, it's a clear indication of who she truly is. Staying in such a situation means you're allowing yourself to be disrespected. This isn't just about emotions, it's about control, power, and maintaining your own worth. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we control in this world is ourselves. Your emotions are your responsibility, and so is your happiness. When a woman says something that contradicts your values or makes you feel less than you are, remember, don't tolerate it. Walk away. And if you find this content valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on relationships and self-respect. Recognizing red flags. When a woman says, "I don't need you," it's more than just a passing comment. It's a flashing red light, signaling something deeper. At first glance, it might sound like an expression of independence or self-sufficiency, but don't be fooled. This statement often reflects a lack of respect for you and what you bring to the relationship. It suggests she views you as expendable, someone who could be here today and gone tomorrow without leaving a mark. But here's the thing: if someone truly values you, they would never make you feel like a secondary option or as though your presence doesn't matter. Take a moment to reflect on how this makes you feel. Have you ever been in a situation where your contributions were minimized or dismissed outright? Imagine working tirelessly to support and uplift someone, only to hear that they don't need you. It's painful, isn't it? That ache in your chest, that feeling of being unseen, is your inner self calling for something better. Respect isn't just a nice-to-have in a relationship, it's the foundation. Without it, the whole structure collapses, leaving you emotionally drained and questioning your worth. So when someone delivers statements like this, they're not just dismissing your contributions, they're undermining the very core of what a partnership should be: mutual respect and appreciation. Here's the truth: your worth is not defined by someone else's perception of you. It's not dictated by whether they see your value in the moment. You are inherently valuable because of who you are, not because of what you can do for someone else. If a woman frequently tells you she doesn't need you, it's time to take a hard look at the relationship. Ask yourself, is this truly a partnership, or am I stuck in a one-sided dynamic that's leaving me drained and unfulfilled? Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about reclaiming your emotional energy and self-respect. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be with someone who cherishes your presence, not someone who treats it as optional. If she tells you you're not needed, she's failing to see the value you bring, and that's on her, not you. So here's a powerful takeaway: don't wait for someone else to validate your worth. Know it, own it, and demand it. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and appreciation, not dismissive words and unbalanced dynamics. Always remember, you deserve a partner who recognizes your importance and values the incredible person you are. The importance of self-respect. Respect is one of the cornerstones of any healthy relationship, but what happens when it feels one-sided? Imagine this: you've poured your heart into the relationship, going above and beyond to support your partner, only to hear, "I don't need you." That stings, doesn't it? Now pause for a moment and reflect. Has this become a recurring theme? If so, it's more than just a passing comment. It's a red flag. Think about a time in your life when you gave everything to someone who didn't appreciate it. How did that make you feel? Did it motivate you to work harder to gain their approval? Or did it leave you feeling exhausted and defeated? Here's the hard truth. No one should have to beg for respect, especially in a relationship. Respect is earned and shared, not demanded or withheld. Let's take this a step further. Imagine your best friend came to you with the same situation. Someone they care deeply about dismisses their contributions and belittles their value. What advice would you give them? Would you tell them to try harder, or would you urge them to prioritize their own dignity? Chances are you'd encourage them to step back and reassess. So why not offer yourself the same wisdom? When someone doesn't recognize your worth, it's not your job to convince them. You can't rewrite their mindset or force them to see your value. The moment they fail to respect you is the moment you need to respect yourself enough to walk away. And yes, walking away can be terrifying. It might feel like you're giving up or losing something important. But here's the truth. You're not losing anything. You're reclaiming yourself. Think of it like this. Walking away isn't just a wake-up call for them. It's a declaration to yourself. It's saying, I am worth more than this. And you are. When you leave a situation where you're undervalued, you create space for people and opportunities that truly align with your worth. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you feel like your contributions are overlooked or your value is diminished, ask yourself, would I accept this treatment for someone I deeply care about? If the answer is no, then you already know what to do. Always remember, self-respect isn't just about how others treat you, it's about how you allow them to treat you. Stand firm in knowing that you deserve a partner who uplifts you, acknowledges your efforts, and cherishes your presence. Don't settle for less than you deserve, because trust me, you deserve better. Emotional dismissal. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You're too sensitive," and felt your stomach sink? On the surface, it might sound like a casual remark, but let's break it down. This statement isn't just an observation, it's a dismissal. It's a way of invalidating your feelings and telling you that your emotions are somehow wrong or excessive. In essence, it's a message that your experiences and pain don't matter, and you should just man up or get over it. But here's the thing. Emotions are not a weakness. They're what make us human. Men experience hurt, pain, joy, and vulnerability just as much as anyone else. To be told that you're too sensitive is to be told that your natural emotional responses are unwelcome, and that's not okay. Let's put this into perspective with a scenario. Imagine you've had a tough day, and you share your feelings with someone you trust. Instead of compassion or understanding, you're met with a dismissive, "You're too sensitive." How does that feel? Likely it leaves you frustrated, hurt, or even questioning whether you were wrong to express yourself in the first place. This isn't just a bad moment. It's a sign of an unhealthy dynamic. A comment like this shuts down communication and creates a space where your emotions are invalidated. Over time, it can lead you to suppress your feelings, fearing judgment or ridicule. This emotional suppression doesn't just harm your mental health, it also erodes the foundation of trust and openness that every strong relationship needs. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel safe expressing their emotions without fear of being dismissed or ridiculed. If a woman truly cares about you, she'll listen with empathy and respect your perspective. Even if she doesn't fully understand what you're going through, she'll acknowledge your feelings and try to connect with you, not diminish you. Think of it this way. How would you treat someone you care deeply about if they came to you with their feelings? Would you dismiss them, or would you listen, validate, and support them? The answer is obvious. You'd choose empathy every time, and you deserve nothing less in return. If someone regularly dismisses your emotions with statements like, "You're too sensitive," it's time to reevaluate the relationship. Ask yourself, am I being supported emotionally, or am I constantly being told to suppress who I am? Remember, your feelings are valid, and expressing them is not a flaw, it's a strength. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. You deserve a relationship where your emotional needs are met, where your vulnerabilities are seen as part of what makes you strong, and where you feel safe being your authentic self. The relationship commitment. Let's dive into a phrase you might have heard before. I'm not ready for a relationship. At first glance, it might sound like an honest admission, but let's unpack it, because more often than not, this statement is code for something deeper. It's a line that can leave you in emotional limbo, allowing the other person to maintain control while keeping you guessing. Think about it. If someone truly wants to be with you, they will find a way to make it work, regardless of timing. Life is rarely ever perfectly aligned. Whether it's work stress, personal challenges, or other distractions, people who value each other and share a genuine connection will prioritize making the relationship happen. So when she says, "I'm not ready for a relationship," the subtext is often, "I'm not ready for a relationship with you." That's a tough pill to swallow, but understanding it is key to preserving your self-worth and emotional well-being. Let's look at this through a relatable lens. Imagine you're saving up for a big purchase, maybe a dream vacation. No matter how tight your budget is, you find ways to cut back, save more, and prioritize that goal. Why? Because it matters to you. Relationships are no different. When someone values you and sees a future together, they'll make adjustments and sacrifices to ensure you both move forward. If those efforts aren't there, it's not about timing, it's about priorities. Now let's address the emotional trap that comes with this situation. It's easy to convince yourself that her hesitance is temporary, that she just needs more time or space. You might think, if I'm patient, things will change. But patience without clarity can be a dangerous game. Ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Do you deserve to be someone's maybe, or do you deserve to be someone's priority? Here's a story to consider. A friend of mine, let's call him Alex, met someone who told him up front she wasn't ready for a relationship. He decided to stick around, hoping her feelings would change. Over time, he noticed she enjoyed his company, but only on her terms. She wasn't introducing him to her friends or involving him in her life beyond the surface level. Months later, she started dating someone else, someone she did feel ready for. Alex was devastated but also enlightened. He realized he had been holding on to false hope, ignoring the signs that her words and actions didn't align. The lesson here is simple. Actions speak louder than words. Someone who truly wants to be with you will show it through their commitment, effort, and consistency. Words like "not ready" can be a polite way to say, "I'm not willing." Recognizing this doesn't make you cynical, it makes you empowered. So, how do you respond to such a situation? Start by being honest with yourself. Ask, am I staying in this dynamic because I'm afraid to let go? If the answer is yes, it's time to shift your perspective. You deserve a relationship where both parties are equally invested and excited about the future. Settling for anything less only prolongs unnecessary heartache. Understanding worth. Let's talk about something that's tough to hear, but crucial to understand. If she's not ready now, she might never be. And that's okay, because it's not your job to wait around and hope for someone to change. Holding on to the belief that with more patience, effort, or time, things will magically shift is a dangerous trap. Think about it. How much of your energy are you willing to invest in a relationship that isn't reciprocal? The truth is, if she's not ready, it's her loss, not yours. You deserve someone who's ready for you right now. Imagine this scenario. You're running a race, but instead of focusing on your own progress, you keep looking back, waiting for someone who isn't even on the track. How far can you really go? Relationships should feel like two people running side by side, not one person dragging the other along. If she's not ready to step up and meet you where you are, it's a sign that you're running this race alone. Now let's move on to an even bigger red flag. You should be happy I'm with you. At first glance, this might seem like an offhand comment, but let's break it down. What does it really mean? This statement shifts the responsibility onto you to feel grateful for their presence, even if they're not actively contributing to the relationship. That's not love or respect. That's manipulation. Think about this. Would you ever say to someone you care about, "You should be happy I'm here"? Of course not. True connections are built on mutual appreciation and effort, not on one-sided gratitude. This phrase is designed to make you question your worth, as if their mere presence is some kind of favor. It's a power play, one that chips away at your confidence and keeps you feeling less than. Here's a real-life example. A friend of mine, Sarah, was in a relationship where her partner constantly reminded her how lucky she was to have him. Anytime she brought up issues or feelings, he'd deflect by saying, "You should be happy I'm with you." Over time, this made her feel guilty for wanting more from the relationship. But when she finally stepped back, she realized something powerful. A healthy relationship doesn't make you feel like you're asking for too much. It makes you feel valued and supported. So how do you protect yourself from these traps? Start by asking yourself some honest questions. Are you excusing behaviors that don't align with your values? Are you settling for less because you're afraid of being alone? Remember, being alone is far better than being with someone who makes you feel lonely. The takeaway here is simple. You are worthy of a partner who is ready for you, values you, and uplifts you. Don't let phrases like, "I'm not ready," or "You should be happy I'm with you," cloud your judgment. These aren't just words, they're signals of deeper issues. Pay attention to actions, listen to your gut, and don't settle for anything less than the love and respect you deserve. Setting boundaries. Let's be clear, this isn't about disregarding the value of the woman you're with. If she adds something meaningful to your life, acknowledge it. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and recognition. However, when she demands gratitude without providing anything of substance in return, it's time to take a closer look. Are you constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of not showing enough appreciation for her presence? If so, that's not love, that's control. Think about it. A healthy partnership should empower both individuals, not place one person in a perpetual state of thankfulness. Manipulation often disguises itself as affection, but genuine love will never require you to diminish yourself to elevate someone else. Here's a simple litmus test. Does this person encourage you to grow, or do they hold you back? A woman who genuinely values you will want to see you thrive. She'll inspire and support you to become the best version of yourself, not dominate or manipulate you into submission. Let's illustrate this with a story. My friend Jake was in a relationship where his girlfriend constantly reminded him of all the things she put up with. Any time he voiced a concern, she'd turn it around and say, "You should be grateful I'm even here." Over time, Jake realized this pattern wasn't about love. It was about control. When he finally set boundaries and walked away, he found a partner who valued and respected him without conditions or manipulation. So, what's the takeaway? Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about self-respect. Recognize when you're being manipulated and remind yourself of your worth. You deserve someone who sees you as an equal, not as someone who should feel lucky just to be in their presence. Love should never feel like a power struggle. When you hear phrases that make you question your value, take a step back. Trust yourself enough to demand the respect and equality you deserve. As we navigate the complexities of relationships, remember that your emotions and worth matter. You deserve a partner who respects and values you for exactly who you are. If she can't do that, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. You are unique, and that's what makes you valuable. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise.